Welcome to Culture Works, Module 1. Our Workplace. A focus on culture and diversity. The expression "culture eats strategy for breakfast" was attributed to management guru Peter Drucker in 2006. Culture and strategy are equally important. To ensure the successful implementation of an organization's strategy, a culture of inclusion needs to be fostered, where everyone cares about each other and their customers. Leadership is key to facilitating an environment that values and encourages employees' feedback and contributions. We will explore this further in the leadership module. Diversity is one of the most fascinating things about the world we live in. There are more than 10,000 languages spoken across the world, and Australia is one of the most multicultural countries, with more than 200 languages spoken. This is important, as we are more likely to come into contact with people whose first language is not English. This module explores how you contribute to a culturally diverse workplace. We will focus on understanding culture, diversity, and how we can improve our cultural responsiveness. Let's get started. Imagine a world where everyone was the same. Wouldn't that make for a boring workplace? There are many challenges to cross-cultural communication. This video takes a humorous look at the difficulty of understanding accents. While watching the video, think about how you respond when you find it difficult to understand. An example could be agreeing with someone when you have no idea of what they are saying.
What's the buttons?
Oh no, they installed voice recognition technology in this lift. I heard about this.
Voice recognition technology? In a lift? In Scotland? You ever tried voice recognition technology?
No.
They don't do Scottish accents.
11.
Could you please repeat that?
11!
11. 11.
11!
Could you please repeat that?
11.
You need to try an American accent. 11! 11!
That sounds Irish, no American.
No, doesn't it? 11!
Where in America is that? Dublin?
I'm sorry. Could you please repeat that?
Try an English accent. Right? 11. 11.
You for the same part of England as Dick Van Dyke?
Please speak slowly and clearly.
Maybe we should just say please.
I'm no begging that for nothing.
Open the doors, please. Please.
Pathetic.
Please remain calm.
Oh, God! What you went up tonight? Get him up there! Hey, just wait for it to speak!
You have not selected a floor.
Ah, mules, you cow! You don't let us out these doors! I'm going to come to America, I'm going to find whatever desperate actress gave you a voice, and I'm going to go in an electric chair for you! Scotland! 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 Freedom!
Going up.
Multicultural societies can create some diverse challenges, but more importantly, diversity adds value to the fabric of society. Language and strong accents are one of the main differences that can create misunderstanding. Remember, that includes your accent too. How do you feel when you can't understand someone, or they can't understand you? Being empathetic can help you to think about what you can change to make communication clearer. Acknowledging the challenges of communication such as language, accents, pronunciation is a good start to becoming more culturally aware. There is so much more that we can do to create inclusive workplaces. The following essential principles can help us to accept and appreciate our similarities and differences across cultures and diversity. How can we contribute to making our workplace more inclusive? Here's an example. These two guys are American, one of them is Muslim. Can you tell who it is? Valuing diversity means we can't make assumptions about what we see. We would have to develop a trusting relationship to find out, and more importantly, understanding, respecting and embracing differences. By getting to know each other well and understanding some of our unique characteristics, we can help to build a workplace that recognizes and promotes the cultures and diversity of the people that we work with. Let's have a look at some ideas that can help. What does valuing diversity look like in the workplace? Have you ever made judgments about someone and got it completely wrong? Stereotypes are common. Valuing diversity is how we accept and respect each other's differences, both between and within cultures. For example, two people from the same culture may identify from the same cultural group. However, their life experiences may mean that they have very different views of the world. Being culturally aware can help us to identify our personal preferences and personal biases. A cultural self-assessment is a way of looking at what we think we are good at and where we can improve. How culturally aware are you? Being culturally aware begins with us. Cultural competence is not a destination, but a journey. Click the link to open the assessment. Read each statement and choose the rating that you feel comfortable with. How did you get on? Focus on the items where you scored a 1 or 2. These are the things that you need to get better at doing. Also, people you trust may be able to give you honest feedback that can help. No one is perfect. Just keep trying and moving forward. Write a journal entry to describe one thing you want to improve on. What will you do to start? Click on the module to open the journal. You will be prompted to do this throughout the course. A journal will open in another tab. Keep this open to answer the prompts and take any notes. You can choose to either download this and print a hard copy, or you can save the file and fill it in electronically. There are many things across cultures that are seen from a very different perspective. For example, in most cultures manners are important, such as please, thank you, excuse me. However, different cultures may prefer to show their gratitude rather than saying the words, such as gesturing to you to show respect or bowing. Becoming aware of the differences across cultures will help us to understand how people do things differently. Be aware, for new migrants they are still learning how things are done. We may need to understand that they are not being rude, but in fact may be still learning and adapting to their new way of life in a new country. There are many factors that can affect the way we communicate across cultures, such as our different upbringing, family structures and roles, values, worldview, priorities, and attitudes. To help build bridges across cultures and create trust in relationships, we need to consider each other's differences and individual cultural experiences. We can do this by not making assumptions or judgments. Learn about others' cultures and diverse backgrounds. Get to know what is really important for them. Do you know the different cultural backgrounds of people that you work with? Have you explored some of the similarities and differences? One of the common issues that creates misunderstanding is language. For someone whose first language is not English, it is hard for many reasons. They may say yes, they understand, however, they may be too embarrassed to say no. Create a safe space so people can say what they mean. Language is a common barrier. Think about what you say and how you say it. Support each other to increase our learning. If English is your second language, understand the importance of asking when you don't understand, and that it is okay if you don't know. Allow others to help you. It will increase your knowledge so that you become more confident. Using information that we have learned about different cultural groups can be helpful or unhelpful if we don't check it out. The key to successfully using cultural knowledge is to make sure the information we have is correct and relevant for the person we are working with. Be guided by the person you are working with, and if you are unsure, ask. Be mindful that two people from the same cultural group can have very different worldviews. So, the safest way is to check it out. During times like COVID-19, many cultural customs are tested, such as social distancing and touch. Ensure that you and your clients follow protocols to ensure safety for everyone. Wash your hands, wear a mask, keep your distance and stay at home if you are sick. If we all work together, we can do this. Something as simple as the way we greet each other can be complicated. Some people prefer to shake hands, others kiss and hug, and some cultures bow. Remember, be guided by the person you are communicating with. Think about your own culture and what your preferred way to greet someone is. When you use the knowledge you gain to recognize, respect and value individual differences, you will develop stronger, respectful relationships with others. You will be able to respond in a culturally appropriate way. Look for solutions to make your environment inclusive. Make a list of words like greetings, names of objects, food, etc. Get this list translated into the language of one or more of your colleagues or clients. The challenge is to pronounce the words correctly and use them appropriately. Cultural diversity is important as we learn from one another. Australia is culturally diverse, and we need a level of understanding about each other's cultures. We can then recognize when our own values and beliefs are being challenged.
Make a list of all the cultures you have worked with or have close connections to. Do you know how they say hello in their language? Click on the link to enter at least 2 from your list.
Culture encompasses the ideas, customs, and social behavior of a particular people or society. Complete a definition of cultural diversity by dragging and dropping the correct words into the boxes. Start your journey to cultural responsiveness. Start a conversation today. Be respectful of others and open to new ways of thinking and experiencing things. Cultural responsiveness is an ongoing journey to increasing your engagement with others. Diversity is all the qualities that adds to the uniqueness of an individual. These can include race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, age, physical abilities, religious beliefs and political beliefs. Recognizing and appreciating the diversity that exists in your workplace is a great start to creating an inclusive environment. It helps employees feel valued, welcome, and a part of a team. We must continue to check to ensure that no one feels excluded. Watch the video clip to see the latest census statistics for Australia and how diverse we are as a nation. Congratulations, you've completed Module 1, Our Workplace. Now on to Module 2, Who Am I? A focus on self-awareness. Click the link to go to the next module.